So, Thursday night smokes this week. Going for one that I've wanted for a while, and I haven't actually been able to get this size. It's the Oscar Maduro Leaf by Oscar. This is the Robusto size, which is the one I've not been able to get. So I'm having that this evening. And you may have seen my whiskey video I did last weekend, and it's the last one of the bourbons that I wanted to do. It's the Four Roses bourbon. Now, I like it, and I don't like it. I'm very much on the fence with this, if I'm honest. It's definitely, I think, my second favourite out of the four that I've tried so far. But I really want to pair it with a cigar. That's the one thing when I was trying it, I thought it'd be interesting to see how different this is with a cigar. Because whiskies do change. There are some whiskies I've got in my collection that I would never drink on their own. But give me a cigar to go with it, and it's the best combination ever. Still feels very weird to have a twist off top for a bottle of whiskey. So, decent measure. No point doing things half-assed, as they say. Yeah, I am not sure about that, but we'll see. Now I've had a couple of days to think about it, a little bit of time. I think it's a very strong scent of corn, and I believe it's, what's the word I'm looking for? There's a little bit of cinnamon there, but it's marmalade. Marmalade, I think, is the overwhelming thing that I'm actually finding. And because I haven't had marmalade since I was a kid, it took me quite a while to remember that one. Right, onto the cigar. So you just unpeel it. He says unpeeling it really badly. Don't think I've ever had one come apart this badly before. Right, so unpeel that. I think it's also the sound of it as you unwrap it. And there you go. That is the Leaf Maduro by Oscar. So, let's see how this cigar pairs with the whiskey. Yeah, that wasn't a short measure, was it? It's interesting, you know, even the smell of that is quite different now I've started a cigar. And I think I'm beginning to see why Americans like this whiskey so much when they smoke. Definitely interesting. The cigar really cuts through the sort of corn note, which is the most dominant note for this. Actually makes it very mellow. I can see why they're actually a good pairing. I'll be very happy to do this as a pairing. So this whiskey with pretty much any cigar, if I'm honest. But the whiskey on its own, I'm not sure I'm a fan. Mainly because I've got so much choice anyway. So why would I pick something that's okay when I have something that I know would be good? But if I was out with a night with friends and that came out along with a couple of cigars, it'd be a very good evening. It's interesting, you know, it's the first time I've had this Robusto version of this cigar for probably almost a year, because it's been very hard to get hold of. Now, I don't want to say that's my fault, but I know from my tobacconist, which is where I get these from, that's my fault. Because I mentioned it, he sold out of them and was finding it very difficult to get them again. But it's a little bit different to what I remember. The flavour profile's there, everything's really nice. I'm actually enjoying it. But I think I had slightly fonder memories of it than it warranted. I think there are bigger versions of this, because this is the Robusto side. I think the Toro side actually is the better out of the two. Still worth a box though, you can pick them up. Anyway, on that cheery little note, I shall catch you guys on the next video.